Just when you thought this team couldn't get more dumber. Yo, salute. What is going on, Raider Nation? Welcome to another edition of Primo's Preview. We are previewing week 4, Raiders versus Bears at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. We are going to be talking about Pete Carroll's presser that happened yesterday. And we're also going to be giving our take on Chip Kelly on what he had to say today on we're just gonna right into it. My internet is tweaking out really quick. Give me 1 second to fix it here. I don't know why it's unstable. I'm literally connected to the internet. like wired, bro. I'm like wired to the internet. I don't know what is going on. We got CGR in the building. CGR, thank you for pulling up. We got one of the moderators in here. Please handle the chat, as the chat will be flying today. I have a feeling the chat's going to be flying tonight. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, nation. Appreciate you, CGR. Appreciate you. Sean Johnson, Primos, get your notes and indict this organization. And coaches, enough is enough. This has gotten ridiculous. They can't be serious. Hey, salute to you, Sean. Salute to you. Yeah, no, we're gonna get right into it. Let's get right into it. I think you sent it to me. I think you sent it to me earlier, Sean. But we're gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna actually bring it up. Because I do not want to misinterpret what he had to say in regards to the O-line. Pete Carroll. Pete mother effing Carroll. Pete mother effing Carroll. I'm just going to say this, you guys. Go Yahoo Sports. Pete Carroll confirms Raiders will continue baffling with Jackson Powers Johnson. Pete Carroll confirms Raiders will approach with Jackson Powers Johnson. Originally appeared on the Sporting News. Anyone who watched the Las Vegas Raiders 2024 second-round pick Jackson Powers Johnson last season knows he's a starting caliber player. This is coming from Yahoo Sports, you guys. Shout out to yahoosports.com. The Oregon product played snaps at both guard and center during his rookie season and produced Pro Football Focus grades of 68.3 in pass blocking and 70.4 in run blocking, while giving up just 2 sacks and 23 pressures. Not bad at all for a rookie. Well, entering 2025, the expectation was that Powers Johnson would be the starter at center, but the Raiders decided to go with Jordan Meredith instead, which was considered a major curveball. Then the Raiders put JPJ into a starting lineup competition at right guard against veteran Alex Kappa, which Powers Johnson won, earning him the start in week 1. However, after missing week 2 due to a concussion, Powers Johnson did not get the starting nod in week 3, with Las Vegas rolling with Kappa instead, despite Powers Johnson being active. That quickly looked like a mistake after Kappa was bad, as evidenced by his giving up 7 pressures and posting a protrude 24.5 pass blocking grade. We also saw Ashton Genty struggle when in. Despite all that, head coach Pete Carroll confirmed on Wednesday that Powers Johnson will compete Kappa for the right guard job in practice yet again. Vinny B asked him that in 2024, you guys, now this isn't Yahoo Sports, this is me telling you guys to give you guys more context. Vinny B asked him that in 2024, the Raiders had Jackson Powers-Johnson at center, they had Dylan Parham at right guard, they had Jordan Meredith at left guard. Vinny B asked Pete Carroll, will he ever consider doing that, going back to that lineup on the offensive line? Pete Carroll said this, and I quote, absolutely not. We invested a lot of time with these guys playing in their spots. He asked when if he might go back to the offensive line the Raiders used in 2024 when Meredith guard and Jackson Powers-Johnson play center. He will say, I know you're interested in JPJ. This is official week to practice, to get ready. Last week was not that. So he's ready to compete for playing time. And he and Alex will be going at it for the right guard position. It's a good situation in that regard. Jackson hasn't hit anybody in 2 weeks, so we have to see what he can do, Carroll added. Frustrating and baffling doesn't begin to describe this situation. Kappa is very clearly the inferior offensive lineman out of the two and has been bad since the last season. There is no future with him, and we'd be surprised if he makes it to a second season in Las Vegas. Meanwhile, JPJ is a promising 22-year-old offensive lineman who could be an elite starting solution for the next decade plus. This constant back and forth is not going to help his development. It is time to stop playing this game and give Powers-Johnson the green light the rest of the way. It's not only what's best for the Raiders right now, but for the long haul also. Yo, shout out to yahoosports.com. Shout out to Mike Moratis. I don't know how to say his last name, Moratis. He's the one that wrote this article. I want to give him all of his flowers. Mike Moratis. But yes, you guys, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Pete mother effing Carroll. What in the actual fuck are you talking about? Absolutely not. We invested a lot of time with these guys playing in their spots. It's not fucking working. You invested a lot of time, what, to put shit on the field? This offensive line has been ass since day one. This little experiment that you got going on, I called it out when the reports came out. That if this experiment doesn't fucking work, it's time to fucking stop it. Sorry for my cussing, you guys. But what the hell do you mean? Absolutely not. We invested a lot of time with these guys playing their spots. It's not fucking working, Pete Carroll. People talking about you're 74 years old and you acting young. Your brain ain't acting young. Your brain is acting 74 years old right now. Your brain ain't there, it seems like. Before I get more into the rant, you guys, hit that like button. If you guys like Raiders content like this, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you guys are not missing anything there. Also, share this around, you guys, because I am livid. Primos is livid, you guys. Primos is livid. We are livid. Because what the hell do you mean? Absolutely not. And then, just when you thought it couldn't get worse, our offensive coordinator, I think he had a presser today, and he has some interesting to say today. He has some interesting things to say about the Las Vegas Raiders. And I believe it was Silver and Black today that wrote about it. Let me pull it up. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. If need be, I'll probably just pull it up on my phone. Because it just when you, like I said, you guys, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. Oh, it's RaiderWires.usatoday.com. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. This is coming from RaidersWire.usatoday.com. They went on to say they're putting JPJ at right guard and Meredith at center instead of the other way around, to which Raiders offensive coordinator Chip Kelly set about explaining into the offensive line. And Chip Kelly had to say this: because Jordan did a better job in preseason camp at playing in terms of what we want, call wise, putting us in the right protections, doing all those things, said Kelly. This is why Jordan is the starting center and not JPJ. He also went on to say, I think Jordan is what you're looking for in a center in this league. He reminds me a little bit, I'm not going to say he is, but he reminds me a lot of Jason Kelce that I had when I was in Philly. He's got a long way to go. Jason's a Hall of Famer, but he's the type of player. We were really excited about what Jordan is doing at center. As for JPJ at guard, here's what he had to say. He's a bigger body, and I think that's one reason why he's a better guard, Kelly added. He's built more like a guard than he is like a center. Jordan's built a little bit more like Jason Kelce, an athletic guy, pull, get out in space, all those other things. Jackson Powers Johnson is a tough, hard nose. There's a lot of big three techniques in this league. So to have how do you handle a guy at the three technique or having a bigger body at the guard spot is what he is. And his toughness is always a positive to what we're doing. What the hell are you talking about, Chip Kelly? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Chip Kelly? Chip Kelly, what are you talking about? That Jordan Meredith is basically Jason Kelce? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here, you guys? I'm just gonna calm down real quick. But what are we talking about here? Hold on, you guys. I gotta send this to my. What are we talking about? Jordan Meredith is like Jason Kelce. Chip, do you hear yourself talking? At this point, what is the plan for Jackson Powers Johnson? What is the plan for Jackson Powers Johnson, Raiders? If you want to trade him and watch Raider Nation leave with him. Because this bullshit that you guys got going on with this offensive line, I don't know what tick you guys are watching, what film you guys are watching, because the film that me and a bunch of other people are watching, it shows that offensive line is struggling, and they are not going to get better. They are not going to get better. Pete Carroll, that offensive line is not going to get better. Chip Kelly, that offensive line is not going to get better. Jackson Powers Johnson needs to be at center. Fuck saying that you should put him at center. I'm not advising. I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck if I'm a fan. I'm telling you. Jackson Powers needs to be at center. Meredith needs to be at left guard. Parham needs to be at right guard. Unless Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, tell us. You don't give a fuck. Tell us. Tell Raider Nation, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to put whatever I want out there. We win, we win. We lose, we lose. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I'm still a Hall of Famer coach. I still won a Super Bowl with Seattle. I gave Seattle Seahawks their first Super Bowl win. I've always made Seattle Seahawks a contender in the playoffs. My resume is Hall of Fame worthy. I could care less about what I do with the Raiders. Chip Kelly, you just know how to ruin things. It seems like you just know how to ruin things. You did it with the Eagles, and now you're here with the Raiders, fucking an offense up. As if you don't have talent on the offensive side of the football. Yes, you can argue that offensive line is struggling. It's struggling because you guys made it that way. No one suggested, unless someone did suggest it, and if they did, they're stupid as fuck. Whoever suggested that, hey, we're going to have a guy who's never played center a day in his life play center. We're going to have our second best offensive lineman who's way better at center. We're going to have him play right guard. And a guy who struggled at left guard, we're going to have him play left guard instead of right guard. What are we doing? Are you seriously telling me that Antonio Pierce and his coaching staff is smarter than you guys? Are you seriously telling me that? Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly. Are you seriously telling Raider Nation that Antonio Pierce and his coaching staff was smarter to put Jackson Powers Johnson at center? You're seriously telling me that? Let me get into some more of these comments. Sean saying, someone please tell me someone's playing a sick joke on us because this is beyond ridiculous. It is, Sean. It is. Because Pete Carroll basically just said there's going to be no Jackson Powers Johnson at center. There's not going to be a conversation about it. We're not even considering it. That's off the table. He is not going to be a center, you guys. Jackson Powers Johnson is not going to be the center. He is not going to be the center. Telling you all right, that is basically what Pete Carroll said. Scratch Jackson Powers Johnson ever being a center for the Raiders. And you know what's even more telling you guys? I'm telling you this right now. If Jackson Powers Johnson is not out there this Sunday, which I think he will be, I checked the roster. He is still the starting right guard. But if this keeps going on, if they put Kappa in for whatever reason, I don't trust this coaching staff, you guys, right now. They will pull shit out of their ass. But I think Mo put it out there. And Sean, you sent me it. And me and you were having a discussion about it, that Jackson Powers Johnson may get it is on the table that, hey, we wouldn't be surprised if he's traded. Mo said, I would not be surprised if Jackson Powers Johnson doesn't finish his contract out with the Raiders. Kind of alluding to of him being traded. I swear, Spytech, I defended you, brother. I defended you, and I'm still defending you, and it's getting kind of hard to defend you. But you trade Jackson Powers Johnson away, Spytech, you lost me, bro. I can't defend that. I cannot defend that. You trade Jackson Powers Johnson away, and he turns into what we believe he can be for another team. John Spytech, you lost me, bro. You lost me, and you're probably going to lose 95% of the fan base. Salute to Wasted in the building, and also had a fire live discussing the BS that is going on in the Raiders organization. Had a fire live. Spoke from the heart the other day. I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago. I reposted it on my Instagram because enough is enough. Losing is one thing. Being ego, just ego in your head, that it is going to be our way. And that is that you're telling me you went into the film room. You seen what happened against Washington. Our offense, I'll pull it up again. I literally brought up the next gen stats, you guys. That it got to a point that Washington didn't even blitz. They only blitzed like 5 or 6 times, you guys. With how much duress Gino was and how much Gentry didn't have a run lane majority of the time. Washington didn't even blitz, you guys. Or they did, but they blitzed like 5 times. Out of All the pressures that Gino got pressured. I believe it was like 28, 29, I think, or it was in the 20s. Next Gen said, I think, 19. But having said that, 17 times out of the 19 or whatever, the 20 times that the Washington Commanders applied pressure to Geno Smith, 17 of those pressures, four-man rush. Out of the 5 sacks that the Raiders offensive line gave up, 4 of those sacks came to a four-man pressure. Think about that, you guys. Washington didn't even have to blitz to get pressure on Geno. That's how bad the offensive line is. They're getting home with a four-man pressure. Hell, I showed you. Go watch Sanjeev's tape on the offensive line. There's a play, and he even brought it up too. He brought it up. There's a play where the Raiders keep 7 guys in the block, 2 tight ends, rest of the offensive line. Washington sends 6 people, but 2 of them is like a delayed blitz. It was Bobby Wagner, and then I think it was a corner. It was a delayed blitz. So they actually sent a four-man rush. And they still got home for a sack. We had more blockers than the Commanders had rushers, and they still got home for a sack. But Pete Carroll. Meredith is not the problem, right? At center. Kappa at right guard is not the problem. Dylan Parham at left guard is not the problem. So then, Pete, what is the problem? Because there's a problem with the offensive line. Forget playing time. Forget they need more reps. They're gonna get better as the season goes on. What? Until we're 2-10? That's when they're finally gonna get better, Pete? You got to make an adjustment now, or else your season's over at week 4. Axel Raider, call Gene Upshaw. We need him, bro. We need everybody. We need everybody, Axel. Sign me up for the 2016 offensive line. Bring them back. That was an offensive line that I could get behind. But this shit, Pete, you honestly expect me to have confidence going into this Sunday against the Chicago Bears, knowing you're putting the same product that went against Washington, you're putting that same product out there this Sunday against the Bears. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Sean Johnson, at least put your players in the best position to succeed. If they do their best, a loss, that's something I can live with. There's got to be a power struggle with Pete, Chip, and Brandon Carroll. At this point, Sean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Salute to Leak Eye in the building. I don't know what it is, Sean. Leak Eye, I was told comparing Meredith to Jason Kelce is nasty work. It is, bro. It is. Chip Kelly actually did that. He actually compared Jason Kelce to Jordan Meredith. Disgusting. Disgusting work. Let me get into the insights, you guys. So yes, here. Let me see where. Okay, I guess I don't have it. I guess I don't have it. It was one of these. It was one of these next gen stats, but I don't see it. I don't see it here. Anyways, you guys. Now moving on to Chicago. Moving on to Chicago. Like I said, you guys, this does not give me confidence that we're going to go into Sunday and we can pull out a win in a must-win game. In a must-win game. He's marching the same offensive line out there. Now, yes, Jackson Powers-Johnson is looking like he's going to be the right guard. But I feel this offensive line is still going to struggle. Those running lanes are still going to not be there. Geno is still going to get pressured. Maybe not as much now that JPJ's back at right guard. He didn't get when JPJ was starting, he didn't get pressured against New England. Did get sacked, I believe, 4 times against New England. Well, as I pointed out, New England brought a lot of blitz packages, and they got home they had the majority. They had more guys than we had blockers. You can only block a certain amount of guys. Maybe it will look different. But here's the thing, you guys. He wants to die on that hill that Meredith is better at center, Dylan Parham is better at left guard, and JPJ is better at right guard. Not saying JPJ isn't a good guard. He is a good guard. He shows the toughness. He moves bodies out the way. Man, have Genty run behind him. The thing is, I would rather him play center. We've seen what he could be at the next level at the center position. We've seen what this line was with Jackson Powers-Johnson at center, with Jordan Meredith at left guard, with Dylan Parham at right guard. It wasn't a great offensive line, you guys, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't like this, where Geno is snapping the football and he can't even set his feet because he already has a defender in his lap. Ashton Genty can't even get the handoff without getting hit in the backfield, which is crazy, you guys. Ashton Genty has more yards after contact than he has yards. Oh, but we want to call this guy a bust. We want to call this guy a bust. Shout out to thesportingnews.com. Raiders' Ashton Genty has gotten 101% of his rushing yards after contact this year. So far, Ashton Genty has 47 carries for 144 yards and 3.1 yards per average. You want to know what he has after yards after contact, you guys? I think, hold on. It doesn't even say it here, but I believe it was like 146. It's like 146, 147, something like around that. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, he has 144 rushing yards. That's his current stat. He has 145 yards after contact. That's how bad this offensive line is, you guys. I don't want to beat the horse, dead too much with the offensive line and Pete Carroll's comments and Chip Kelly's comments, but the stats are there. The film is there. And you come on the podium and you lie straight to Raider Nation's face and you believe that this offensive line is what's best for the team. That there's going to be absolutely in no world is Jackson Powers-Johnson going to be a center. Leaky, if they're not going to play him at center, they should put him at right guard because Kappa is not it. I agree with you, Leaky. I agree with you. But the thing is, you have a guard who's better at guard playing center, and you have a center who's way better at center playing guard. Not saying he can't be good at guard, but he's better at center. You have guys playing out of position. And then you wonder why the offensive line is playing bad. Lekai, we about to make the Bears offense and defense look elite like every other team. Hey, man, Lekai, better get ready for it, man. Better get ready for it. You know what's crazy, Lekai? Here's what's going to happen. The defense is probably going to actually show up. It's going to be yet again the offense. Can't put up points on the board. Defense is going to give them every single opportunity to take the lead or to get back in the game. And they're not going to take advantage of every opportunity. You know why, Lekai? Is because we're going to have the same shit fest of an offensive line out there on Sunday. And Allegiant Stadium, I don't know if you guys heard this, but Allegiant Stadium is 50% Bears fans. It's going to be 50-50 split down the middle. 50% Bears fans, 50% Raiders fans. Allegiant Stadium is going to be loud for the Bears. Because for us Raider fans, what do we have to cheer for? This offense has been looking miserable so far this season. And then the defense coming off a game where they allowed 200 rushing yards. You got Caleb Williams who can utilize his legs. You got Roma Dunze who's looking like he's about to become one of the next top wide receivers in the league. Ben Johnson and that offense is starting to click, you guys. It's starting to click. That defense is gonna be a tough task, League Guy, but wouldn't it be funny if the defense actually shows up? But it's the offense, yet again, that can't take advantage. Shout out to Raider Scorpio, another one of the moderators. What's up, nation? Salute Supremos. Last week was tough. Can Carroll get this team back to excellence, or is it? No, it's another long season, Raider Scorpio. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to see what happens against the Bears. I want to see what happens against the Bears. But going based off Carroll's comments yesterday and now Chip's today, disappointed, Raider Scorpio. I'm disappointed. Because the thing is, I wanted to believe that it would be different. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try not to be as pessimistic anymore. I'm going to try to listen to my chat. I'm going to try to get my hopes up. I'm going to try to have some faith in this team. Week 1 came, had a really good win against the New England Patriots. Quickly fell apart. And the thing is, you can't even ride on that win because the New England Patriots look like they're trash as well. So that game was essentially trash versus trash. We're just not as trash as the New England Patriots. So it all depends. What is going to happen against Chicago? If we lose against Chicago, Raider Scorpio, it's another long season. The season is over. The season is over. Yeah, you're 1-3, but 3 straight losses. And if they lose Raider Scorpio, they're going to lose not being competitive. They're not going to be competitive. All this compete shit, Raider Scorpio, that Pete Carroll was talking about, where is that? We're still getting blown. Like, the thing is, here's why I'm pissed off also is because you're up there, Pete Carroll. This is the same old Raiders. Same old Raiders. You got a meaningful game in Allegiant week 2. Monday Night Football, bright lights. Raider Nation shows up. You lay the biggest goose egg out there, losing 20-9. The defense showed up, holding a powerful Chargers offense that Justin Herbert's looking like the MVP right now for the Chargers. And you lay a goose egg out there, and then go against Washington. I know it's a long flight, but you go against Washington. I know they had a long break, but their backup quarterback was starting. You made the Washington Commanders look better without Jaden Daniels. It makes me think, what the hell would have happened if Jaden Daniels was in there? Probably would have got slaughtered like 7. It would have probably been a Miami Dolphins versus Denver Broncos type game. 70 to 24. Hey, Chewy, you're right. Forget the long flight. They get paid to do this. They get paid to play a children's game. We all grew up loving football, playing outside with our friends. They get paid to do this. And they're going out there, and it's the same shit, different year. It doesn't matter who the head coach is. It doesn't matter who the GM is. It doesn't matter that Tom Brady's a minority owner. It doesn't matter that the Raiders moved from Oakland to Las Vegas. It doesn't matter that they got a brand new stadium. The Raiders will always be fucking ass. Doesn't matter. Because when people come to the Raiders, they just forget how to play football. They forget how to coach football. They forget the football fundamentals. They forget about it. Chewy, I want to chill. I want to chill, bro. I want to chill. But it's the same shit, different year. This didn't just happen with Pete Carroll. This happened with John Gruden getting blown out by a backup quarterback. Nick Mullins. You guys remember that? You guys remember that? Nick Mullins, Thursday Night Football, 34-3 blowout, ass whooping by a backup quarterback. That never even, like, Josh McDaniels, Baker Mayfield, off of a 2-day contract, like literally off 2 days, goes down the field 98 yards off on you. When is enough? And then Mark Davis, 2 years ago, was it 2 or 3 years ago? You said you're embarrassed that Raider Nation doesn't show up at Allegiant Stadium. I'm not paying $3,000 to go watch trash on the field. The Oakland Coliseum, look, that's trash. Nothing compared to the Raiders. There's the Oakland Coliseum, 50 feet of crap, and then there's the Las Vegas Raiders. Are you happy about that, Mark Davis? Your team is completely shit and been shit every single year. Every single fucking year. Your team is shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But it pisses me off that we get hyped. We buy into the hype all offseason. We buy in to the beat writers saying, oh, the offense is clicking on all cylinders in training camp. We buy into that. They feed us bullshit, you guys. They feed us bullshit. And come regular season, same shit, different season. You're still going to get blown out by a backup quarterback. You're still going to be the bitches to the AFC West. Denver, Chargers, and Chiefs are going to own your ass every single year. You're lucky you're not playing the Carolina Panthers this year, because if you were, you would get blown out by them again. You're lucky you're not playing the New Orleans Saints this year, because you probably would barely beat them. Barely beat probably the worst team in the NFL. Or you probably will lose to the New Orleans Saints. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Oh, but it gets better, you guys, because just then, when the Raiders are 2-8, Pete Carroll and company now want to start playing football. They now want to start coaching football. The players now want to start playing football. Pete Carroll's like, you know what? Maybe I should put Jackson Pryor Johnson at center when we're 2-8. And then we go on a run and we finish like 7-10 or 8-9 and shit and ruin our draft position. Too little, too late, Pete. Would have been nice if you did it in week 4. But no, you're going to wait. I know how this shit is going to end. You're going to wait until the Raiders are 2-9. We hold the top 3 pick, and then you're going to now change shit up, and we're going to go on a run and ruin our draft position. And then, just then, John Spytek, you're going to draft some bust of an offensive line, Alex Leatherwood 2.0 from Bus University with like the 10th pick. I've seen how this movie's going to be, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Shout out to Van City. Hey, Primos, remember when I flew all the way down from Canada, spent my hard-earned money, married my fiance, chopped it up with you in Vegas. Hey, it was, bro, we were excited. It was a ball. I had fun. That, they will not take that away from me. They will not take that away from me. But I do remember the next part. And then went and got kicked in the nuts. Well, you know what? Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I can't find it. It's probably I probably posted it somewhere, but I had a video of Van City of when the Raiders were coming out, and I wanted to show people that Raider Nation showed up last year. Raider Nation showed up this year. You can't blame the fans, Mark Davis. Pete Carroll, you can't blame the fans that we're not in this, that we're not showing up, that we're not supporting this team. You cannot put this on the fan base. And I know they haven't. I'm just saying. When come Sunday, when it is oranged out, when Allegiant Stadium is oranged out from floor to ceiling, full of Bears fans, Mark Davis, you only have yourself to blame. Pete Carroll, John Spytek, Chip Kelly, and company, you have yourself to blame for that. To the players, you have yourself to blame for that. Because it is going to be oranged out. Bears fans are about to make Vegas their home. Oh, bro, DeMokes. If the Raiders lose Sunday, DeMokes, there's going to be a lot of walls in people's houses that are going to get broken. There's going to be TVs smashed. There's going to be laptops thrown. Raider Scorpio, something needs to change. Once again, players go to the Raiders to get paid, not to win. Please, can someone bring back the commitment to excellence? Starting from the top, Raider Scorpio. Starting from the top. Starting from the top. The thing is, they're 1-2, you guys. And yes, I may be being over emotional about it, but it's the way these losses are happening. Okay, Demokes, let's chill out with that. Let's chill out with that, Demokes. I gotta report you, bro. I gotta report you, Demokes. Raider Scorpio, Carroll got nothing to lose at this point. Win or lose, he's still a Hall of Fame coach. If it don't work out for Carroll, he'll retire again and go fishing while the Raiders go under construction. Talk that truth, Raider Scorpio. Carroll, that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Carroll does not, like, I'm not saying he does not care, but what does he have to lose? What pressure does Pete Carroll have? What pressure does Pete Carroll have? What pressure does John Spytek have? Now, he probably has more pressure than Pete Carroll, but he's Tom Brady's guy. Tom Brady got him under his wing. But let's move on to the injury report, you guys. Raiders, Bears, Week 4 injury report. This is how it's looking so far going into our Week 4 matchup. Brock Bowers, he was full for today and yesterday's practice. Still dealing with that knee injury, but he was full. Jeremy Chin has a pectoral injury that he's dealing with. He was limited yesterday, but he was full today. Michael Mayer is still in concussion protocol. He is. It does look like he is going to be out for against the Bears. So it looks like Ian Thomas is going to get a little bit more burn this Sunday. I would love to see if that means maybe Jack Bech gets some more reps with Michael Mayer out. DeCameron Richardson, our corner, dealing with a hamstring injury. He was limited yesterday and limited today. Game time status, we don't know, but he probably going to be a go. And also, he doesn't really start on the defense. He's more of a special teams guy. He was limited with it. He's probably going to be good to go. We'll see come Sunday. As for the Chicago Bears, it is a lengthy injury report for the Chicago Bears. TJ Edwards, their starting linebacker, dealing with a hamstring injury. He did not practice yesterday or today. Possibly could be out. Kyler Gordon, their defensive back, also dealing with a hamstring. Also did not practice yesterday or Thursday. Grady Jarrett, defensive line, dealing with a knee injury. Did not practice yesterday or today. Colston Loveland, their tight end, dealing with a hit. He did not practice yesterday or today. Darnell Wright, their offensive lineman, I think he's their right tackle, if I'm not mistaken. He's dealing with the elbow. He did not practice yesterday or today. Jalen Jones, their defensive back, dealing with a hamstring. He was limited yesterday and today. Cole Kmet, their tight end, dealing with a groin injury. He was limited yesterday and today. DeAndre Swift was dealing with a hit. He was limited yesterday and today. DeMarco Jackson, their linebacker, dealing with a hamstring. He was full yesterday and today. You guys, looking at this injury report for the Chicago Bears, if TJ Edwards is not out there, Kyler Gordon, Grady Jarrett, Colston Loveland, Darnell Wright, bro, if we lose this game and those guys are not out there, if we lose this game and those guys are not out there, you cannot tell me that this season is not over. You cannot, because there should be no reason why the offense does not put up points this Sunday. They're possibly going to be without TJ Edwards, possibly going to be out with Kyler Gordon, possibly going to be out with Grady Jarrett. And then Jalen Jones, he's likely going to be playing, but he's dealing with a hamstring injury. So he was limited. So he's playing injured. If this offense does not take advantage of the Chicago Bears players being out, hell, they're going to probably be playing injured. I'm going to have no words, you guys. I'm going to have no words. He said, "No, we good. Make sure to leave her food and water for her in the basement." Oh, Demokes, you funny, man. You funny. As for my prediction, you guys, I will never root against the Raiders. As much as I'm pissed at them and I don't like watching these losses, I got 20 to 17. Last second field goal by Daniel Carlson. 20 to 17. Raiders win. Last second field goal by Daniel Carlson. Leak guy said, "Oh, watch, we about to let the Bears backup score on us." Hate to say it. Bro, they might as well just put it in Tyson Bagent. They might as well just put it in Tyson. Bro, don't even put in Caleb Williams. Like, don't even risk getting Caleb Williams hurt, Ben Johnson. Just put in Tyson Bagent. Don't worry, the Raiders will make Tyson Bagent look like the second coming of Peyton Manning. Don't worry, Ben Johnson. Raiders defense got you covered. Raiders defense got you covered. And as for keys to the game, you guys, let's go into the keys of the game. This is beating a dead horse. This is beating a dead horse. Run the football. Run the football. Get Ashton Jeanty going, man. Get Ashton Jeanty going. You got to establish the run. And it's going to start up front. This offensive line has got to get it together. And I don't even care that they're rolling out there with the same offensive line. You got to get it together. if this offensive line is going to somehow start to work out of nowhere, man, week 4 is the time for it to start working. Yes, Demokes. I don't even got other keys to the game other than that. Demokes, the trenches for both sides. For the Raiders for us to win, the Raiders defense has to make Caleb Williams not only stay in the pocket, but you have to get to him. And not just get to him. I'm not talking about quarterback hits. Bring him down. Bring him down to the ground. And for the offensive side of the football, can we freaking block? Can we block? Can we block for Gino? Can we block for Ashton? Because if you guys don't block Sunday and there's no changes, I don't know anymore, you guys. I really don't know. I really don't know what like why even entertain the fact that Jackson Browers Johnson and Alex Kappa are still battling it out at the right guard position. Like, why even entertain that? Kappa is clearly the worst offensive line that we have. Jackson Powers Johnson is clearly better after Colton Miller. And what's even more crazy, Pete Carroll, you're saying that our young bucks, Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers, are not even ready. So you're going to put them on the inactive list come game time. Talking about the inactive list, where the hell is Raheem Mostert at? Why, like this, again, the experiments are over. This offensive line experiment is over. The Zamir White experiment is over. The Zamir White experiment has to be over. Get his ass off the field on kick returns. Get his ass off the field on third downs. Why the hell is he even in there? Why is he still on this team? Why? What are we doing? How much y'all get paid to fuck the Raiders over? Pete Carroll, John Spytek, Chip Kelly. Like, my goodness. What are we doing out there? Like, why we got Trey Tucker receiving punts, but we don't have him out there on kick returns with Dylan Love. Make that shit make sense. Make that shit make sense. We have Dylan going into the third downs, being a third down back because Zamir White, you guys finally realize how trash he is. But come Sunday, you guys are going to keep Raheem Mostert inactive, and you guys are going to put Zamir White's trash ass back onto the field. And wonder why we're only picking up 1 yard. Why we're going to get negative yards. Because you got a trash offensive line with a trash running back, and then you wonder why it's never going to work. At least Genty is fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage. Kappa is the worst lineman in the whole NFL. And somehow, Demokes, Pete Carroll will say with a straight face that Alex Kappa is better than JPJ. They don't got to say it. They already are saying it without saying it. Alex Kappa is better than JPJ at right guard. Jordan Meredith is a better center than JPJ. Dylan Parham is better than JPJ. Disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting to hear, to not only what I watched Sunday and the fact that JPJ was active and they did not play him. And then come today, those pressers it took my soul out. Because, yeah, Demokes, this is what it reminded me. This is Josh McDaniels. Stubbornness all over again. I said we're right back to Josh McDaniels. Because this is what the presser, both pressers, Demokes. That is exactly what came to my mind. We're in this Josh McDaniels era again, where he had this ego where it was his way or no way. Bro, it's wild, Anthony. It's wild. They're actually up at the podium saying this shit with a straight face. They're saying this shit with a straight face. I don't know, you guys, but come Sunday, I might come on here. I might come on here right after the game because you guys might witness my laptop getting broken, depending on what the outcome is. I hope the Raiders win, you guys, and I'm rooting for them to win. I would never root again, even though, like I said, it pissed me off. And they could be trash. I'm still gonna root for them, and I'm still gonna say that they're gonna win. Oh yeah, Demokes. Chip calling college offense is crazy, bro. It's clear cut. And the thing is, in preseason, when we were in those pistol formations, I was like, okay, like he's bringing the college playbook to here, and it seems like it's working because preseason. But I was like telling myself because it was like hella times we were in the shotgun or we were in pistol formation, and I was like, I hope we're not going to see a lot of that because they were saying, oh, this is vanilla. We're not, what we're running is vanilla. Come the regular season, bro, you couldn't be more predictable. Chip Kelly. Every single bro, we go under, like Gino goes under center. What about like 2 or 3 times a game? The thing is, here's the thing the most. I like shotgun on passing plays. I can't stand when you run out of shotgun. I can't stand when it's 3rd and 1 and you're running out of the shotgun. That shit makes no damn sense to me. You might as well just throw the football if you're going to be calling the play from shotgun. Van C said, "Bring back AP. At least he screamed Raiders." Cool. Oh man, Van C. And then some more notes, you guys. Shout out to Sean Johnson for sending the notes to me. Momo said also tweeted this out. He said again, last year, JPJ only played 29 snaps at right guard. He played 506 snaps at left guard. With Parham having a decent 2024 season at right guard, he should be on the right and JPJ on the left. That's another thing. If you're going to keep Jordan Meredith at center, why are you still having Parham at left guard and JPJ at right guard when Parham is clearly struggling at left guard? They got to make a switch. And we talked about Chip Kelly commenting on Jordan Meredith, comparing him to Jason Kelsey because Meredith shows a similar ability to excel at calling protections and running the offense from the center position, which is funny as fuck because what do you mean calling protections? Gino's still getting hit. He also publicly stated that he prefers Jordan Meredith over JPJ at the center for the Raiders. Kelly's comments suggested his opinion is based on technical fit for his offense rather than a general dislike for Powers Johnson as a player. I don't give a fuck. He is clearly your second best offensive lineman. You do what's best for the offensive line. You don't do what's best for you. You do what's best for the team. And right now, this offensive line ain't looking like that's what's best for the team. Gino is getting killed back there. Genty can't even see daylight. These comments today, you guys, just piss me the hell off. I'll play that audio. There. Sean Johnson says this audio is from June 19th of this year.
And Anthony Aaron has now left the Raiders, but when he was there, he did this. And I want to play this clip. It's 2 minutes long, but I want to play this clip of Lincoln Kennedy talking.
Let me know if you guys hear.
Specifically, Jackson Hart.
Give me a thumbs up.
In the NFL. We heard from JPJ last week, I believe, Lincoln, and he was talking about, like, look, this is new for him going into year 2. He goes, and obviously all these interior guys work along multiple places because, like, I'm coming in as the center, right? Like, I'm coming in. It's like there's not a confusion as to what I'm going to do. For a young lineman, so to transport yourself back to kind of being in that mind space, like, obviously, one of the things that the group collectively loves about Jackson is that versatility. Right. And you and I have a conversation with you need to be able to do multiple things to be successful in the NFL. No doubt. But for him to even come in mentally, physically, understanding this is priority 1, I have to imagine that it streamlines so much of what is going to be in store for him in 2025 in terms of learning a new system, figuring out the calls and checks and where do I need to be. We talk about the eyes, right? Like, how valuable is it for him to kind of have that clarity on his role?
It's immeasurable. I mean, it's priceless, to be honest with you. And you think about it, you have because as a player, I've often talked to guys and said, look, this game is more mental than we know. Everybody can run. That's out there. You know what I mean? There are guys who can catch better than others, but they catch a football and run on a football field. How do you translate and process the information in order to be successful? The things that you have to do is you have to put your mind at ease and allow yourself to absorb the information. So it's a matter of how you learn, but more importantly, how you pattern yourself to be more comfortable. And for JPJ, it's an opportunity for him to say, okay, I know where I'm at. Let me learn this position. Let me make myself the best I can at this position. I'm not dancing around. I'm here center 1 week, a guard, left guard 1 week, right guard 1 week. It's all offensive line play, but it is different in many confines of the word. So my thing is that's a level of comfort that leads to a place of peace to allow you to become a better player. Because now I don't have to worry about where I'm going to play. Now I just need to worry about I need to play. There you go. So.
And that's good insight. That is good insight, Sean. That is good insight. And the thing is, JPJ still shows up to play. That's the thing, Sean. He still shows up to play, and he is not a bad guard. That's the thing. He's not a bad guard. The thing is, you still have issues at the center position. You have issues on the left side of the line at the left guard position. You're having issues now with DJ Glaze at the right tackle position. So something's got to give for you to shift this lineup. And it's going to involve with you taking JPJ from right guard. And if you don't even want to play him at center, play him at left guard. Move Parham to right guard. And then you can just run Genty on the left side. You got 2 of your best offensive linemen on the left side of the line. Because, like I said, JPJ has already proved he can play really well at guard. I don't know, man. Ray Scorpio, do you think Crosby is going to ask for a trade if the Raiders keep on losing? I'm not going to say he's going to ask for a trade. I just know he is going to get tired of this shit, though. It's the same shit, different year. It wouldn't surprise me. I'll say that. It wouldn't surprise me if he asked for a trade. Max Crosby deserves a ring. He has gave his heart for the Raiders. He is going to work every single day to get better. And what do the Raiders do for him? They don't build a defense. They try to build a defense around him that still struggles. And they've had an offense for 4 years, an offense that struggles to even put 20 points on the board. Like, that's crazy. The crazy part is they thought this line was good enough to leave as is, then presumably changed the O-line. That is crazy, Demokes, and that's why I don't beat up John Spytek as much as other people do, because going into this training camp, I figure the starting line was JPJ at center, Jordan Meredith at left guard, Dylan Parham at right guard, DJ Glaze at right tackle, Colton Miller at left tackle. And then Pete Carroll switched up the offensive line. And now I'm like, wait, what the fuck are we doing? I thought it was all rumors. I was like, I'm not going to read too much into that. There's no way they're doing this. Because in my head, I'm like, why would you even do it? It makes no sense, right? And then preseason week 1, they marched JPJ right guard, Dylan Parham left guard, Meredith at center. They did it week 2 preseason. It was throughout training camp, joint practices. Week 1, that's the starting offensive line. I was not expecting that to be our starting offensive line. Like, at all. If you told me JPJ would start at right guard with Jordan Meredith at center and Dylan Parham at left guard, even though I probably would think I would not think Parham would play like the way he's playing, but just Meredith and JPJ switching, you're telling me that that's gonna be the starting lineup going into week 1. I'm calling you crazy because that's not your best 5. Yeah, that could be your best 5 on the field, but you're setting up your best 5 for failure because you're putting somebody who I want to say can't play center, but you're putting someone who hasn't played center at all for their career at center when you have a guy who is way better at center and has proven it. You're moving him to guard. And I had to back it up. I had to like it. Because I'm like, hey, maybe, just maybe, they want their best 5 out there. But it didn't make sense to me because that is your best 5 just in the wrong order. I don't know. Sean Johnson, we just need to figure it out. So we need to under if we have to go get franchise center next year. If JPJ isn't it and a starting guard, then need to figure it out this year. I don't know, Sean. I don't know what they're doing. I don't even know what plan, bro. I don't know what their plan is. I don't even know what the future looks like for Spytek and Pete Carroll. Like, what are they gonna do? They're so confusing, Sean, that I don't even know what is going to be their next move. It would not shock me if Alex Kappa is starting Sunday. It won't. It won't shock me. Demokes, it's just annoying because I know the only way JPJ is going to be at center is when we have no more hope in the season. I said that earlier, Demokes. I said that earlier. Demokes said I can't even trust them in the draft. Did you see our first 2 picks this year, like Genty and Besh? I know Genty is struggling because of the line and Besh ain't getting no playing time, which again makes no sense. Van City, why are we the only team in the NFL that does this shit? Oh, it's because we're the Raiders. We're the Raiders. We're the Raiders. We're the Raiders. Sean Johnson, Jordan Meredith is no future center, so you're wasting players' time and no consistency. Hey, Demokes, you speaking truth? Sean, you're speaking truth? I got no more comments, you guys. I got no more comments because this is just ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm already upset. Like, if we lost to the Bears and we haven't even played them yet, like, I'm already upset as if we already lost to the Bears. Ray Squirrel, what I don't understand is they drafted JPJ last year. Wasn't a couple years ago. It was last year. JPJ last year in the second round to be our future center. Don't get it. Well, they didn't. Raider Scorpio, AP and Tom Telesco did that. That's why it won't shock me that they trade JPJ. But I still will be upset because you don't know what type of player you have in JPJ. You're going to trade him. He's going to go somewhere and ball out while y'all are now looking to fix the offensive line. Anyway. Fun fact of the day, Jordan Meredith finished top 10. Bro, this is why this is why I was expecting Meredith to be the guard. Vancity, I thought we knew what this line was gonna look like. And then Pete Carroll just threw a curveball. I was like, y'all don't know shit. It's gonna be my way. Gave a big middle finger to Raider Nation, like, y'all don't know shit. Demos, all I can do is hope for the Sunday. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Ray Square, is it because JPJ gets hurt easily or he sucks at center? He does not suck at center. Go watch the film. I've watched the film on him. JPJ does not suck at center. This dude plays great wherever he goes. That's why I'm not tripping him being a guard. It's just that you can clearly see Meredith is struggling at center. When you move Meredith the guard, he's not going to suck at guard because he played well at guard last year. JPJ is just that great. He can play guard and center. Now, him being hurt easily, it is something me and Sean Johnson talked about earlier today that I brought up. I brought up that Jackson Powers Johnson is only 22 years old and he's already got 4 concussions in his young career. In the NFL, most team doctors, they feel 3 concussions is too much. Now, it's kind of funny because, concussions happen all the time. And I know they're trying to enhance player safety, but concussions happen. The thing is, JPJ is very, very young, 22 years old, and already has 4 concussions, you guys. So it could be that, right? Scorpio could be that Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly are playing it safe and trying to save the player from himself. My thing is this, though, Raider Scorpio. They then went on it's the pressers for me. See, I was thinking it would be the concussions, but then those pressers happened, and Pete Carroll said what he said. Chip Kelly said what he said, and now I'm like, wait, but you still got Brock Bowers out there, because I started thinking about the concussion. I'm like, you still got Brock Bowers out there running on a knee. You still got Caillou Blue Kelly out there, who beat Darian Porter out there, but he's been getting burnt. You still got Tyree Wilson out there. Talking about competition at the right guard position with Alex Capa, you got your second best offensive lineman battling it out with the worst offensive lineman in the NFL for playing time at the right guard position. As if, why is Zamir White not in competition at the running back 2 position? Why is Isaiah Palomalu, why didn't he have competition at the safety position? Why didn't Eric Stokes get competition at the corner position? Why is it only JPJ? That's the question that needs to be asked, Raider Scorpio, to Pete Carroll. Why is it only JPJ? Yeah, Lee Guy. Bro, if Kappa is starting Sunday, I'm not even gonna be mad. It's gonna be the funniest shit ever. I'm gonna tweet out, I'm gonna post on X laughing emojis, and I'm gonna tag the Raiders in it. Like, I'm not even surprised anymore. That's the thing where it's just give the kid a chance at center. The thing is, AP did it last year, Raider Scorpio, and the offensive line drastically got better. They didn't improve. It didn't become great like a top 10 unit by any means. It didn't become that. But you can see the difference when JPJ was moved from guard to center, when Andre James had to get pulled. And I don't know what Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly. I don't know. I don't. We paid Chip Kelly $6 million just for him to think Meredith is going to be the next Jason Kelsey. It's not even close. He got $6 million to be a jokester league guy. But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get ready for dinner. I'm been starving. Been over an hour. We talked about Pete Carroll addressing the offensive line. Pete Carroll said that absolutely not in regards to Jackson Powers Johnson being moved to center, Jordan Meredith being moved to left guard, Dylan Parham being moved to right guard. Pete Carroll said absolutely not. They are not going to do that. They invested too much time on this line and at the with the players at their spots. Chip Kelly also came to the podium today. We talked about him addressing the media, talking about Jordan Meredith, comparing him to Jason Kelsey, and that he's not saying he is him, but he does see Jason Kelsey traits in Jordan Meredith. I don't know what Chip Kelly's seeing, but hey, that is his words, not mine. We went over the injury report for the Raiders and the Bears lineups, previewing Sunday's matchup at Allegiant Stadium. The Bears got a very, very long injury report, you guys. Not very, very long, but they got a long injury report. A lot of their starters are they're trending towards being out for Sunday. Again, this is another game that the Raiders should win. It's a must win, you guys. This is a must win. Like, no matter how you slice it, it's a must win game. Must win game. Very, very different from 1-3 is very, very different from 2-2. Y'all gotta win Sunday. Raiders, y'all gotta win Sunday. I'm out of here, y'all. Dinner bell's calling me, just like Leak Guy said. Me too, man. I'm out of here. Love y'all. I'll probably see you guys. We'll see you guys Sunday, possibly. How that goes. Will I be live? Just stay tuned. Stay tuned, you guys. Hit that bell. Hit that bell so you guys are not missing anything. So you guys know when I go live. Hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Also, share the link around. Hit the like on the way out if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your Thursday night. I'm out of here. Peace.